in Warragul, like I would go out like all the time, and I would be doing event photography. So I would get into the practice of talking with people and hanging out with people a lot. I was super confident, like the most confident person, like in around that area, like that, not in Warragul, but like when I would go to a party, I felt like I was the most confident.
Yep.
That's the feeling that I had. And, but then when I moved up to the city, I didn't go to like events anymore really, because I was like doing my own thing.
Yep.
I was seeing the boys and stuff, but I wasn't seeing new people.
Yep.
And I realized that like over time, because I wasn't hanging out with new people and like exercising that social skill, I wasn't practicing it, I was becoming a lot more anxious.
Okay.
And I'm generally like a more confident person.
Yep.
But if I'm not working that muscle, so to speak, you do kind of like go backwards a little bit.
Yep.
Even if like when you were brought up like that, that's like how you were. That's just how it is. And that's why like people who get anxious and stuff, like they'd just be like, oh, why am I feeling anxious? It usually is because you haven't like worked that muscle of like acceptance and like putting yourself out there.
Do you feel like maybe it could be because you were surrounding yourself like just with the boys like all the time, and like you kind of only had that one connection with the boys in which you were super comfortable with, but there was no spanner in the works. There was no just completely random character that kind of just made you just think differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's the moments when you're with someone where you're not necessarily comfortable with them, and you become comfortable in being in that uncomfortable situation. That's where you make the gains in terms of like confidence. It's like putting yourself out there when you're scared. That's when you become more confident. And now like the more I'm doing like my live streams every single day, the reason why I do it is so I can work that confidence, that courage muscle, that vulnerability muscle, so I can become more confident in front of camera every day. And I feel like I'm way more confident. Even doing this podcast, like this is the 4th podcast that we've done. Did 2 of them yesterday. And I just know that if I can get into the habit of doing them, even if it's just like one a day, one a week or whatever, the more that you do it and the more consistently you do it, you will get better at it. And I literally wanted to do it today because I wanted to be like, okay, let's get back into the practice of doing it. Even though I'm super comfortable like talking to you as it is because you're my mate. Yeah. But it's more the fact that, yes, this is being recorded. This is a podcast. This is going out to the world. Who knows who's going to listen to it kind of thing. Yeah. It's being comfortable with that. That's how you build that confidence.
100%.
But the more that I've been doing that, now I'm feeling way more... I'm getting like nuts stuck in my throat. I'm getting way more confident after like doing that. So anyway, yeah, it's interesting.